Suzuki Grand National Series Cup racing, and we're about ready to go. As we mentioned, Chris Stewart's down there as well, and a lot of talented riders are underway. As they sweep into turn number 1, we're looking for Poland, and we're looking for Chris Stewart to kind of work their way to the front, and we're going to have to figure this mess out once they come by the start-finish straight. Okay, 151 is leading the pack as they head up into turn number 3. That's James Dumais, the Sunland, the Vance and Hines Sunland dominated rider. We got a rider down in turn number 3. He slid out, but he's up and all right, running back to his motorcycle. It was James Dumais in front, Chuck Graves running in second spot, 210. $1,300 on the line, ladies and gentlemen, for the win here, and they're going to pay all the way down, I believe, to 8th or 9th position, but it's $700-800 for second, and a lot of money being paid out. You can almost pay for your whole weekend just by finishing 4th or 5th. But here they come. They're starting to spread themselves out as they get up to speeds of about 125 miles an hour around turn number 8, heading into turn number 9, coming down and complete lap number 1. 7 laps to go. Here they come. Oh, it looks like an express train now, and if Poland's back there somewhere, he's got his work cut out for him. Here they come. Graves is going to take over the lead. Graves takes over the lead from Dumais. Running in third spot was Mike Minnig. A good ride by Mike Minnig, the dirt tracker. No, excuse me, 83 is Richard Moore. We're mixing him up with 82, Mike Minnig. But Richard Moore running in third spot. In fourth spot, that's Chris Stewart. And in fifth spot's bike number 26. That could be 261, Ben Williams. We'll check it out. I don't see a 26 on our chart here. So we'll check it out. We'll try and get the top 10 for you next time. So right now it is Dumais and Graves. In fact, Graves has the lead with Dumais in second spot and Richard Moore running in third and Chris Stewart running in fourth spot. And then they go down the back straightaway again. It looks like it's Graves out in front with Dumais in second. And the battle right now is for fourth place, and Stewart's involved in that little tussle back there in fourth. As if Poland's in this race at all, he's probably back there somewhere in sixth, but he's got his, as we mentioned, he's going to have a lot of work cut out for him if he's going to try and pick it up the pace a little bit. And here they come out down turn number 9 and complete lap number 2. And we're going to pick up the numbers again for you, and it looks like it's going to be Chuck Graves. The boy's got a very excited pit crew. Dumais in second spot. Then comes Richard Moore, Chris Stewart. Then comes bike number 26. We have a mystery right out here, bike number 26. We don't know who he is. That could be Doug Poland, but I don't want to say anything. We've got Doug Poland running in 7th position, but we don't know who 26 is. It could either be Ben Williams or Ian Perot from New Zealand. We'll find out. If we could have 26's pit crew up here to find out who he is. Okay, 26 is Jeff Hagan. Hagan running in 5th spot. We mentioned Poland back there in 7th position. And right now, 6 riders are besting Poland at his game. Here they come out of turn number 9. And they're starting to stretch out a little bit. It's still Graves, Dumais, Moore's going to try and make a pass for second spot. Then comes Stewart, Jeff Hagan, and behind them comes Poland back there in 8th position. position now as he's being swallowed up by other traffic. Amazing to find Poland this far back. Anybody that's not scoring, the riders here needs to be behind the pit wall, please. Running in 7th position, we mentioned, was Doug Poland. In 8th spot was bike number 21R. That was Dale Kiefer, and he's got to be just surprised as anybody to be seeing Poland right up next to him. That's the guy that finished 3rd at Daytona, and he's got to be feeling pretty good about that. In 9th spot is Jeff Rayom. He just won a race earlier. That's 9th spot, 421. And rounding out the top 10, bike number 316, and that's the Northern California rider Dave Gibbons on a Yamaha. So they're going down the back straightaway again, and this has got to be to the delight of the Chuck Graves crew. They got to be going crazy down here. He's never led a Suzuki race before, and he's got $1,300 in his pocket if he can just outlast this race going on for second. But they're closing in on him. It's Dumais, and it looks like Moore, the Vance and Hines sponsored rider. They're closing in on him. We want to mention 6th place in there as well. We'll try and get him down here next time. It's Jim Martin running in 6th spot. Here they come. It's Graves. Moore in 2nd. Dumais in 3rd. Stewart, nothing he can do about 4th spot. Higgins locked into 5th. And look at this. Way back here, it comes 21R. That was Dale Kiefer. And he's ahead of the other guy who's out there in 7th spot. And look at this. I don't see Poland anywhere. Poland might have dropped out. Or he could be in this bunch way back here going into turn 1 right now. If he is, Poland is definitely, his engine must be off song or something. This is not the Doug Poland we're used to seeing, as he's dropped way off, almost out of the top 10 right now. Look at this. 3-rider duel for the lead. Kurt Graves had a sizable lead, and now it's been closed in almost to nothing. I want to check that. That's Chuck Graves out in front, not Kurt Graves. Sorry, guys. A lot of heat coming from behind him right now. Going down that back straightaway at 125, 130 miles an hour. It's Richard Moore, and Moore trying to make a play for the lead right now to the outside. Look at this. He's going right to the side. Going around turn number 8. And James Dumais, the Vance and Hines Suzuki rider out of Sunland, is right in the thick of it, too. Graves is going to have to hold on for his life coming down the front straightaway. They're going to get the halfway flag here as they come down. It's still Graves leading it. There goes Moore. There goes Dumais. And then Stewart. Not much he can do at 4th spot. Oh, Graves goes back to 2nd position. Richard Moore takes over the lead. Okay, Poland, we understand, is pulled into the pits. Poland is pulled into the pits, out of the race. Bad luck for Doug Poland. Thank you. We got a rider off in turn number 8, a rider off and down in turn. We're going to want the top 3 finishers down here in the winner's circle as soon as this thing is over with, and it's going to go right down to the checkered flag. Fighting his way after a bad start up into the top 10 now. He's up in the 7th position is Steve Reynosa. He got himself in that pack, and now he's kind of breaking away from it. So we're going to keep our eye on Steve Reynosa. Every position means a lot of points toward that Suzuki Grand National Finale invitation at Riverside at the end of the year. Bike number 38, Scott Cavness, running in 8th spot. The rider out of Dana Point, California, running in 8th position. And in 9th spot, 316, the Northern California rider Dave Gibbons. We're looking for our leaders, and they're around turn number 8. We've got about 3 or 4 laps to go. Looks like Ben Williams may now be in the top 10 spot. We'll check it out as they come by this time. They're coming up into some lap traffic now. This could determine the race. And they come. It's Moore and Dumais and Graves now back in 3rd. Stewart picking it up the pace a little bit in 4th spot. He's keeping the leaders in sight. Hagen doing a great job in 5th. Bike number 26 coming by. He's got 5th place all sewed up. 6th place way back here. That's going to be 895. Jim Martin doing a very consistent job holding down 6th spot. Then comes Steve Reynosa in 7th position. And 8th spot comes bike number 38. That is Scott Cavness. And then comes Ben Williams running in 9th spot, and then comes 316. That's going to be Jeff Rayome. I'm sorry, Dave Gibbons. Dave Gibbons are now rounding out the top 10. So Reynosa, after a poor start, finally picking off riders, has got a solid 7th position, and now is trying to go after that rider in 6th, and that is Jim Martin, who's holding down a very incredible 6th position. Remember, all these positions, very, very important. Not only do they pay money, but they also get you into that the running for that Suzuki finale at Riverside in October. Now, where are our leaders? We're looking for our leaders once again. And they're spreading themselves out somewhat a little bit. And it looks like Moore holding on the lead with Dumais in 2nd. Graves has fallen way off the pace back there in 3rd. And here they come down the front straightaway. John Rowley giving them the white flag. James Dumais, I should say, has the lead with Moore in 2nd spot. Chuck Graves is running in 3rd, and Chris Stewart is not out of this yet in 4th position. He might have a chance to crawl on Graves before the end of this race. Let's check him out on that last lap. Here they go around turn number 2. It's Dumais, the Vance and Hines of Sunland sponsored rider in the lead. Richard Moore, the Vance and Hines sponsored rider in 2nd spot. Things looking good down there in the Vance and Hines pit. They're running 1-2 right now. They only just represent different stores. Going into turn number 3, it's Dumais and Moore as they go up the hill for the last time. This is the white flag. Graves now settling in the 3rd spot, but he can't settle too quickly. Chris Stewart is definitely picking up the pace on him there in 4th, bike number 140. This is the last lap, and they come down the hill for the last time. It's still Dumais, and if Moore's got anything left, he better get a little closer so he can get into the draft. There they go down the crest of the hill and down the back straightaway. It's James Dumais looking for his first win ever in a Suzuki GSX-R event. Down the back straightaway, looks like he's got a lock on it right now as he heads into turn number 8. Richard Moore running in 2nd spot. It looks like Kurt Graves is going to get into the winner's circle in 3rd. Chuck Graves, I should say. Chuck Graves running in 3rd spot. And Chris Stewart running in 4th. Here they come out at turn number 9 for the final time. Coming up on some lap traffic, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's going to be James Dumais coming down the front straightaway, weaving back and forth. No need to. He's got the win. Richard Moore finishing 2nd. Chuck Graves finishing 3rd. Chris Stewart finishing 4th.